Hi Sec 4s, during this O-level exam season, you know how important sleep is to you. Because if you have bad sleep, your brain may only function at, let's say, 60% during the exam. And you know how hard it's going to be to do the questions, to recall the correct information. And in fact, there was this statistic I saw before of if you get like a little bit lack of sleep, right? Maybe like a few hours lack of sleep, the effects on you, on your nervous system, on your coordination, your ability to process information is like someone who is mildly drunk. So that's not a good state to score good grades, right? In the exam. After all, you work so hard and you might study really hard, but if you mess up your sleep, your grades are affected, and it's such a pity, right? Because you should have scored the higher grade. So that's why I'm making this video for how to have good sleep. Just 5 tips. I don't want to bombard you with too many tips, especially if you're in the O-level exam period now, where it's a study break and you're not going to school. Okay, so this is specifically for your kind of situation. Okay, tip number one, get lots of sunlight in the daytime. I know it's very strange, right? Like I thought we should be focusing on the sleeping time, but actually it starts in the rest of the daytime. So why is it that getting lots of sunlight helps sleeping better? Because our bodies are designed to interpret sunlight and brightness as, oh, now it's daytime, let me be awake and alert. But when it's dark, then we interpret it as, oh, let me now be relaxed and ready for sleep. So to have a strong wake signal and daytime signal helps your body later contrast with the nighttime signal. Second, melatonin, a hormone that helps you feel relaxed and sleepy at night, starts its production in the daytime when you get light in through your eyes. So it's pretty cool that the night sleeping hormone is already prepared when in the daytime. And why is this so important to you guys as Sec 4s in a study break? Because most of the time, what are you doing? You're at home studying, right? You're in sheltered area. And you might say, oh, but I have a window. It's nowhere near as bright compared to going out. Okay, so go out and walk. There's just so many benefits. Like it relaxes you, you're gonna look at nature, look at the trees, and this has been proven to make people feel more relaxed, especially during this time when you might feel stressed. Okay, then you're so bored at studying so many hours, you need something to change up the pace, so go out and walk. Then your body, right? If you're not walking, you're gonna get some excess belly fat, and if you're not moving, right, because you're always sitting at a table, then your joints, you're just gonna ache because you're always, slouching at a table and not moving your body and your joints. So there are just so many benefits to walking, and that is why I think just go out and walk. Such an easy solution. Okay, tip number 2. So remember how daytime signal brightness? So now at night, we want to do the opposite. We want it to be as dark as possible to give your body that strong night signal so it can relax and naturally want to sleep. So cut off all your devices 1 hour before bed. Okay, I know sometimes this is not feasible. So do minimum of 30 minutes. Cut off your devices. Lower the brightness. Turn on the night mode, where it becomes like a orange tint. Then your room, make it very dark. Have blackout curtains. And under the door, there's some light that might stream in because maybe your family sleeps later than you. So on Shopee, you can buy these like really cheap foam things that you can slide under the door. I'll put an image up here. And I also have that. So that way it blocks light from outside from coming in. So I can really have a pitch black room. So the general rule is that you should be able to put your hand in front of you and not see it. That is how you know that your room is dark enough. Okay, I'm going to give a bonus tip now about the room environment. Make it cooling. For me personally, every time I feel this restlessness and I cannot fall asleep, right, I just blast the aircon to the coldest possible. Okay, and then my body will naturally feel more and more sleepy. So we sleep best at a lower temperature because when our body goes to sleep, you guys learn homeostasis. You know that we have a set point temperature, right? The temperature set point actually goes a bit lower when we are in the sleeping state. So by lowering the temperature, you allow your body to also go into the sleeping state faster. So if it's too hot in the room, you will find it very hard to sleep. Okay, tip number 3. This is what the experts say, right? It's the most important tip, is to have a consistent sleep and wake cycle. That means you wake up at the same time every day, you sleep at the same time every day. Why? Why is this good for you? Because every night, when you want to sleep and have a very good quality sleep before the exam, right, you want to feel sleepy instead of feeling too alert at night. If not, you will take very long to fall asleep. So if you have a consistent sleep cycle, your body knows that, okay, now is the time to get sleepy. And if you have a consistent wake up time, then at the exam time, when it's morning, you won't be feeling, oh, so groggy going to school because your body is already used to being alert at that time. Okay, I know it's very tempting to sleep in on the weekends And now that you guys have the study break, right? Every day also can sleep in when there's no paper in the morning, right? So I know it's very tempting, and I also did the same mistake myself, okay? But it will be really fantastic and optimal if you can maintain the same wake up time as if it's an exam day. So if you need to wake up at 6:30 to reach the exam venue for your 8 a.m. paper, then every day, weekends, whatever, keep waking up at 6:30. That is the optimal. Now, I know it's not realistic, so you have a plus minus 1 hour buffer. So let's say 6:30, right, is your exam day when it's 8 a.m. Then maybe on the weekend you wake up 7:30. Or those morning paper, you can wake up 7:30. Yeah. So just don't make it too crazy difference. And then you can teach your body when to be sleepy and when to be alert. Okay, tip number 4 is coffee. A lot of students like drink, in our classroom, we have free snacks and free drinks. And we have coffee and tea powder packets. Then I'll always see some students opening the coffee for my night class at 7 to 9 p.m. And I'm like, why are you drinking coffee now? Then they say, I don't feel the effects, right? Maybe they just want a little boost of alertness. Maybe they want just the taste, they like the taste. But there are going to be effects on you, even if you don't feel it, okay? And the half-life of caffeine is quite long, means it stays in your blood for quite long. And if you are going to drink coffee after 12 p.m. when you are sleeping time, there will still be a significant level. Yes, it's lower than original, but that significant level has effects on a cellular level on your cells, even if you don't feel it right now. But the chemical reactions by caffeine are going on in your cells, whether you know it or not. It is going to lower the quality of sleep, even if you know it or not. Okay, so I've also heard this before of apparently alcohol makes people fall asleep faster, but the quality of sleep is horrible. So just because you feel like, oh, I can sleep, does not mean that it is okay drinking caffeine near to nighttime. So no tea, no bubble tea near nighttime also, unless it's a sleep tea, right? There's some teas that are meant for making you relax and sleep better. So if that helps, go ahead. But the general rule is no coffee and no caffeine after 12 p.m. Personally, right, I'm tempted to drink bubble tea also. So in the early afternoon, if I drink bubble tea, I'm okay with that because I know that tea has less caffeine than coffee. Okay, and tip number 5 is worrying about the subject when the exam is the next day. So I'm sure a lot of us have this. And because we know that, example, bio is tomorrow, then we will be like, oh no, how about this concept? Oh, what's the correct keyword? Oh, I actually don't really understand that. Then I need to ask my tutor. But all these things are in your head, right? On the bed. Then how are you going to fall asleep? And you're going to worry like, oh no, what if I forget this tomorrow? So it's a very simple solution. Before you go to bed, just open a notebook and dump the thoughts, dump the worries. And if you have any bio questions, dump them. Tomorrow you can just ask your bio tutor, especially if you're a student here at TBT, right? Just ask us the next day because we answer your questions on WhatsApp every day. Yeah, so now you don't need to worry anymore that the doubt is not going to be cleared or the question is not going to be answered because you have written it. Then you don't have to rely on yourself remembering it the next day. And also, if you believe in God, pray about those things that you have done, those worries, right? Transfer those worries to God to take care of it for you. And again, you have peace of mind, you can sleep. So that's it for my 5 simple tips. I didn't want to give so many because I don't want to bombard you. I want to give you some things that you can actually use and implement because then you will truly benefit from it. As well as I hope it was specific to where you are at in this O-level exam period study break. If you're feeling low on motivation, maybe one of the reasons is because of bad sleep, but it could also be other mindset related reasons. So you can watch this video here on the mindset shifts to really increase your motivation during this O-level study period, as well as these 5 motivation hacks. So you can check out those videos over here.